Welcome back, everyone, to the Discraft Great Lakes Open, the 5th Disc Golf Pro Tour of the year. This is the final round at the Toboggan course. My name is Paige Pierce.
I'm Missy Gannon.
And we are excited to bring you guys this final round action brought to you by Discraft and GKPRO. Let's get a look at the leaderboard. The feature card today will be myself at 11 under, Catrina Allen at 6 under, Heather Young at 4 under, and Ellen Widboom at 4 under as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of strokes to be had out here, so anything could happen really, and the scores are tight for that podium.
Yeah, chase card's not too far behind as well, so lucky to have a partner like UDisc out there as well, so we can be checking the scores.
For sure. And we're starting off on hole 1, 477 feet, par 3. OB all along the left side. You really have to commit to something, but there is some rough to contend with up by the basket. So if you're going to throw a big forehand or a turnover shot that's going to just slightly pan out and give yourself an opportunity for a birdie.
Paige Pierce.
Felt a little bit of a headwind on the tee of hole 1 today, so I'm going with a buzz. So this is my second choice if there was some wind.
It was quite a bit windier to start off the round and to end the round, I feel like.
I felt a lot of wind.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that this was a good line. I knew I was going to be a little bit right, but I did not know it was going to keep gliding that far right.
Minnesota, Catrina Allen.
Yeah, it looked like Kat initially had a mid-range in her hand, and then she decided to switch to this driver. Puts that on a nice angle. It's just fading out a little bit. She should have enough room. She'll still be in bounds just outside circle 2 a ways.
Ellen Widboom.
Ellen Widboom, a really dominant sidearm player. Looks like she's grabbing her star shrike for this tee shot.
Yeah, she has a very unique form, but gets so much distance off it. She throws it with a mostly all arm. You can kind of see her like leaning forward into it almost.
Young.
Young gun back out on this tour. I think we'll see her a lot in the next few events. Heather Young.
Young gun. I
Young
like
gun,
that.
young.
Yeah, she is a left-handed player, so you guys are going to get to see how a lefty attacks this course. I've heard a lot that the left-handed player has a little bit of an advantage at this course.
I did feel like it was like sidearm, left-hand friendly a little bit sometimes.
They're now with an approach into the green. She leaves herself a tester putt there, about 29-footer.
Ellen just pitching up with her Nova.
Kat just pitching up as well.
We'll see what you're working with. Oh, you are.
Yeah, I had absolutely
directly.
nothing. I just tried to throw a thumber through. I didn't even see a gap. I was just thinking maybe this will get a majority of the way through. And no look there, so I'm having to take a bogey. And honestly, I wasn't even too mad about it. There was nothing I could have done.
All right, a tester putt to start the round. Yeah, just a little right side.
Right, Ellen picking up a par.
And not only did I feel like it was windier today, but it felt hotter, the hottest of 3 days, I think.
Yeah, I was actually dripping sweat. It was crazy. Even already by the time we're on hole 2 right now.
Yeah, for sure. Which is 435 feet. It is a par 4, very uphill. Again, I think the 3 is definitely gettable for a lot of our field. You just have to make sure you put a lot of power behind your first shot and leave yourself a shorter upshot to the basket. This is our first elevated pin, and you really can't even see the pin until you're up towards the top of the hill. See Cat on the box first.
Right, pure hyzer the whole way, nice distance, and she's in the short grass, but a little bit pinched on the left side. There's that side slope, so we'll see if it messes with her footing at all.
Ellen trying to flex a big shrike shot up there, just a little bit low and a little bit turned over.
My Surge SS. A little bit low, but it gets well up there. I'm going to be right beside Catrina. Heather with the Air D1. She throws this for a lot of distance shots. Lightweight distance driver from Prodigy.
Good commitment on that angle. It is hyzering out a little early. She will also be on the side hill, but on the right side of the fairway.
All right, Ellen up first, and she wants to get to the top of this hill. Gives it a lot of power and a good angle, too.
Nice.
Beautiful shot from
Whoa.
Ellen under the basket. Wow.
And I feel like this camera angle actually does kind of capture how far uphill this second shot is.
And what we're seeing, too, like you said, we cannot see the basket. Even Cat's drive right here still can't see the basket. Obviously, we've played practice rounds. We know where it is, but still on that elevated pin, you want to get as close as possible, and not being able to see it does add another element of challenge.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you have to just trust what you remember and trust your body and your discs.
Catrina from just inside the circle.
Yeah. Again, first elevated basket, a little low out of her hand. But she'll clean up for her par.
Yeah, I think she was saying something about her grip there. I noticed Catrina is different than most other players. She doesn't use a whale sack or a birdie bag or any alternative. She just uses a towel and just tries to like dry her hand off.
All right, hole 3, 915-foot par 5, our first par 5 of the round. There is OB on the left side and very, very, very thick rough on the right side. Honestly, I almost think the miss is to challenge the OB on the left side, just because you just don't know what you're going to get if you go into the rough on the right. But really, just throw something straight, try to get as much distance as you can down into the middle of the fairway. And I think there's even eagle opportunities on this hole if you get far enough down the fairway, because it does go back uphill halfway through. Ellen just trying to keep it low. It was still pretty windy, and we couldn't quite tell if there was a different wind down the hill from the tee pad. So she just plays a good play, keeps it out of the wind.
She likes it. And I'm grabbing my Zeus here today. I threw the Undertaker the past 2 days and did not throw it very well, so I had no confidence in it today. But the Zeus, last minute switches are never good. I throw it right out of bounds. It just has too much glide and hyzers out of bounds. But I'm way up there. Like you said, you know, it's not a bad play. I'm way up there, and I'm, you know, my second shot will be open.
Yeah. Yeah, at least you can throw a full power drive instead of pitching out from the woods.
Oh, Catrina had she had an X1, an M4, and an F5 in her hand. It's completely different disc. Chooses the X1 and just kind of pitches a soft hyzer down there. She's towards the OB, but not out of bounds. It's so funny to see that decision in the moment. When you feel that breeze that you didn't practice with, it definitely makes you have to improvise.
For sure. And that looked good out of her hand, but just hyzered out a little bit. But she'll be on the edge. We'll see what she's got.
Little step out, sidearm, and hyzer.
Yeah.
She's really good at her angles on those.
So Kat's just going to force a big distance shot up there. Try to get as close as possible. And I mean, that's outside the circle 2 putt for, you know, an eagle opportunity.
I was in a pretty similar position. Got a good read off of Katz. Saw that she came up a little short, so just tried to throw it even harder than I thought. And still just barely inside circle 1.
But with it being a par 5, you know, you can still save a birdie potentially.
Yeah. Ellen, great angle. Oh, just hits the ground a little too quick. It still had enough speed on it, but just a little bit too low. She's going to find herself inside circle 2.
Also going to be a blind shot for Heather there. She definitely couldn't see the basket from her position. So, again, just trusting her discs and trusting her game plan.
For eagle. It's a little bit low. We had a severe tailwind. She took a moment at that lie and threw some grass up. Saw it was a severe tailwind, hence the disc just knocking down towards the ground.
Yeah, so Ellen's got to get this up. Good bid. Good bid.
She liked it out of her hand. The wind just said no. And I love her enthusiasm and her energy on the disc golf course. Tiny bit low from Heather. Almost too high on that one. That scared me.
Well, I'm sure you had a little headwind on that one.
Yeah, I did. Right. Good birdie from Ellen. She's starting out hot. Par, birdie, and she's closing the gap for sure.
Leaderboard check-in. We see Kona and Sarah got our 2 down through 3. Everyone else kind of right around even, but there are plenty of birdie holes left. The front 9 is a little more difficult. So we'll see, but hole 4, 508 feet, par 4. There are a couple of options. You can go this route up the middle that the drone is flying through. You can throw a roller or some sort of sidearm or anything that's going to get you up to about this spot or just a little bit to the right is the most open. And if you can get past the trees under tee shot, that is the most ideal. There's also a hyzer route off the tee as well to get you right about there. And then you have to throw this uphill upshot, and it does drop off in the back, so you got to really control that speed.
Catrina going with the roller here. It turned a little bit too quick yesterday, so she's trying to put this one on a little bit more hyzer angle when it hits the ground.
Yeah.
And great correction. She's going to find herself with a relatively simple approach from there.
Ellen looking to flex. I think that strike again. Just to the money spot. That should be pretty good.
I'm also lining up the roller. Really thinking about my spot that I'm hitting the ground.
It's looking good.
As long as it doesn't hit one of those trees.
Wow. Cool to see some quality rollers on this hole.
Right, and Heather lining up a D2 here. You could see just at the apex of its flight, the wind kind of air bounced it, took some speed off, but she's still in good position.
Ooh, coming in hot.
Oh, hits the tree, slows it down. Still got like, what, 25 footer left
Yeah,
though?
and up the hill, so it probably feels like 40. Yeah, if you can just hit the front of this hill just like Heather's doing, that's exactly what you're going to get.
I love that shot. It was so smooth, controlled. Cat now grabbing an A2 with a sidearm.
Also just looking for that skid up the hill. Yep, inside circle.
And this is my Crystal Fierce. Makes the approach game so easy.
Mm-hmm. All right, we know she's pretty deadly from these ranges, so.
Big putt.
Woof.
Big putt. This is another birdie from Ellen. She's coming out swinging.
Yeah.
She's feeling it too. Look at her smiling, fist bump. She's so energetic. I really, really enjoy playing with Ellen.
A little low, sit down.
And I have seen that quite a few times on this hole over the years.
Yeah. There's a lot of baskets out here that are right on the hill.
So she's going to be outside the circle, looking to make this comebacker.
No way.
It goes past her. Now she's looking at close to a 50-footer. And just pitches it up there. Man, that is so brutal when that happens.
Yep.
Especially when the rest of your card takes birdies and
yeah,
you got to try to find a way to not let that get to you.
for sure. Now hole 5, 300 feet, par 3. Also very uphill and also pretty dogleg to the right. So you really have to commit to a sidearm, and you just have to have a little luck as well. I mean, this is the main gap. If you can hit something here with something that's slowly turning over and it's going to pan out. Again, this is a really hard pan, so it'll get a good little slide to the basket, but main objective is just to try to hit one of those initial gaps, and the rest you just kind of have to hope.
Oh, yeah. Great shot from Ellen. Just outside that tree and gets the skip. She's going to be right at circle's edge. I'm going with the backhand play here. This is my soul. I like this glide and the understability. but you gotta hit the gap if you want to see it fly. That one just came out a little bit too wide, and I am stuck up in the tree. No 2-meter rule though at this event.
Yep, going the slight wider route. Just sort of checks up right outside circle 2, but she should have a, a wide open approach from there.
Catrina going with the M4 turnover here. Pretty similar error to myself. She's going to hit and kind of roll into the bushes though.
Okay, so she'll be about pin high, but just outside circle 1.
I do have a pretty open lane here for the sidearm. It's tight, but there is an open look, and I just missed that gap. And we'll be settling for a 4 at best if I can get up and down from there.
Climbing trees.
Yeah, didn't want to leave that one behind.
No. Oh, oh. Giving it a bid. She should. She's the Disc Golf Pro Tour putting invitational champion. So.
Oh, yeah. Ellen, if she can get this, she's going to be making a statement. Very close. She even gave a fist bump. I'm not sure what that was about, just that she gave it a good run.
Yep.
Whatever you got to do to keep yourself hyped. I love it.
Yep.
Cat a little bit high there. She's going to have to hit that tester for bogey. Same for me. And there were no birdies on this hole today.
I practice a lot. It's a vice. An escape from stress, from work. It's my chance to just get away during the week. It's like meeting up with an old friend, you know? I'll never get tired of that sound.
Cameron Messerschmidt here, PDGA number 58814 with Team Storm Disc Golf. Today we're going to be showing you the radar. It's got pretty straight neutral flight qualities, and I'm going to demonstrate that as we throw into hole 5's green here out at the Preserve Championships.
Okay, hole 6, 540-foot par 4. It sort of dips down and then up in that little valley, and you're really just looking to throw something pretty straight and just get yourself to the top of the hill, you know, and in any location really up here, to give yourself the most wide open look to the basket. It is our second elevated basket of the round, so with that drop off on the left side of the green, you really just have to throw something straight, and then hopefully have a birdie look. Yep, great shot by Ellen. She'll be in good position.
Heather now with that air D1 again.
Little flip up. Yeah, she'll be just at the top of that, the beginning of that hill.
Going with my banger here, just trying to get it to the top of the hill. Catrina, we saw an awesome shot from her on this one yesterday. She's going with the fairway driver on a little flex line.
Little low, she knows it right away. She actually, you know, gets somewhat up the hill, so.
Yeah, not a bad position, just weird footing.
Mm-hmm.
She throws a very similar shot, and wow,
Nice.
gets right inside the circle. That was a huge shot from there.
Yeah. Just a little low. There are those branches slightly lower. You might have to think about those a little bit, but she's inside circle 2.
Little bit too early out of my hand. Gonna be outside the circle on the downhill slope. Heather lays up.
All right. Ellen
I think
ended up-
Ellen's running
Yeah.
this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's feeling it for sure. Is
All
that
right.
her Nova? It
Yeah,
looks like a Nova.
she's been putting with the Nova when she needs a little bit more glide from longer distance, or in
Yeah.
this case, the uphill elevated basket.
For sure. I like how she smiles at the camera every time she does something great. No way.
Yeah, a little bit high. Gets another roll away.
Jeez.
And at this point, she's kind of commenting like, "What? When will it stop?"
Mm-hmm.
Definitely something you have to think about every hole out here at Toboggan. No flat ground.
No. Ellen with the lone birdie. Take a leaderboard peek right here. Ellen's definitely starting off hot. Also Sarah as well. Kona's sticking in there. And, you know, still anything could happen. A lot of golf left so far.
Yeah, Ellen 4 under through 6 holes. She is now only 3 behind me.
Yeah, and going into hole 7, a 390-foot par 4, definitely a little soft, but there is also danger to get into. OB all along the left side, that one pine tree on the right that we're flying by right now. You just have to get around that and land anywhere in here to give yourself a wide open approach to the basket and hopefully an easy birdie. You will also see maybe a different shot on this hole.
Spoiler.
Spoiler.
Ellen, sweet sidearm, got a lot of power on it, gets well past the tree, and she should have a routine up and down from there.
Mm-hmm.
Another hole that suits the lefty.
Yep.
Heather just needs to line up a safe hyzer here. She's got her D2.
Yep.
Good position.
And now this is the other line I was talking about. It's a big hyzer shot over all the rough on the right side, so there is some risk reward, but if you can get past everything, you have a potential eagle look, so might as well try for it.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a headwind, so kind of flipped it to flat a little quicker. I'm not going to be as close as yesterday, but it's pretty easy up and down from there.
Yeah.
Catrina, great correction from round 2. She turned that one over way too much on the second round and hit that tree. She trusts this one out a little bit wider and gets way up there.
Perfect approach by Heather.
Cat lining up this A2 on a sidearm. Just kind of turns her wrist a little bit. She's going to be pin high, but just barely inside the circle. Ooh, and Ellen running that one. She said she likes the backboard stop back behind it.
Sure.
I got a little bit of a step out, but I can see the basket. It's right there.
Nice.
A lot of hyzer on that one.
Yeah, just trying to shake off some of those, putting woes. Just, I mean, honestly, it's just bad luck sometimes too. It's hard to shake.
Some of it does have to do with the way that her disc hits the basket,
For
though.
sure.
It has so much hyzer on it, so when you hit the metal and then it hits the ground on a hyzer, it's way more likely to roll.
Mm-hmm.
Ellen, uncharacteristic miss there. She shakes it off with a smile, though. Her first real blemish of the round.
Mm-hmm. And a couple of birdies to finish it out. And we're on to hole 8, 462-foot blind par 3. We're way up, elevated above the basket, and so you can't even see, really your landing zone. You can see those big bushy trees, and I don't know that many people are trying to go low here, unless you're, maybe just playing that pitch up for 3. I think you'll see a lot of over-the-top shots that are just looking to crash down into the middle of the fairway somewhere and give you an open look to the basket. Now with the lefty, I'm definitely curious to see.
She
what
grabs
she
her
goes with.
F7, throws it on a hyzer flip, but it just finds that anhyzer too quick and actually rolls into the bushes. This is my Zeus on a big sky hyzer here. I knew it was a little bit too far right. Oh, whoa.
No, yeah. I mean, it was pretty perfect. It just hit one of those guardian trees and rolled.
Wow.
Rolled a ways.
Big roll. I heard it hit the tree from the tee pad.
Yeah, and although Ellen is a sidearm dominant player, she definitely has a backhand to work with. As long as that fights through a little bit, we'll see what she's got from over there.
Yeah, a little bit low and turned over. She knew exactly where it was when we got down there. Guessing that was a common miss of hers in practice.
Mm-hmm.
But that means she's prepared for the upshot coming up.
For sure. Cat crashing in right around circle's edge, it looks like.
Beautiful shot. So hard to get in the circle on this one. Ellen's got a low line to the basket. Little bit too low. She's going to be just outside circle 2.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Oh,
kind of got
yeah.
in there. It was a late release from Heather.
Yeah, she's looking to find out if where
Yeah,
it went.
she was asking where it went. Ellen now with that Nova again.
Might as well. It's a backdrop. Ooh.
She's feeling it. Giving it a good run. Trying to figure out how it got there.
Now you know.
Catrina with the solo birdie look.
Yes,
All right, right
great
in the
hit.
center. Beautiful putt.
All right, let's get it going now. Ooh, nice smooth putter from Heather right there.
And that birdie from Catrina was the only birdie of the division.
And now we're on hole 9, 428 feet, par 3, very uphill. You just kind of want to throw the straightest line to the basket is just where this drone is flying through right here. So if you can hit anywhere up in this shaded area, you should have a routine approach to the basket. There are a little bit of trees and shrubs to deal with, but we should all be able to make that possible. And maybe you'll even be inside, circle 2 for a look. Or if you go roller, maybe you can get even closer.
Yeah, she didn't quite get it past the tall grass on the right yesterday, so she's trying to give that one a little bit more height today to get over it, and just kind of lands it a little bit too far right.
Yeah.
She's going to be in that tree on the right side.
Heather pulls it a little bit, but she's up the hill most of the way. Yeah, you're lining up that straightest route to the basket. Looks like you're just inside circle 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it got a nice little skip up the hill, and I have a long look for birdie. Ella went to sweet sidearm turnover, but she is going to be kind of hindered under those branches. She's going to have to figure something out to get low and skip it up towards the basket.
All right. Let's see a forehand from Heather. Going that inside route. Just barely clips that last tree. That looked beautiful. But she'll have a putt to save par. Working that skip shot perfectly. Nice approach by Ellen. Kat just trying to punch something through those bushes. She's on circle 2's edge. All right, you have a look here. Oof.
Just a little bit low there.
Mhm.
Quite good enough on it.
All right, let's see if Heather can make a good putt for par. Oh, just a little right again.
All right, great up and down from Ellen.
Mm-hmm.
Heather will have to take the bogey there. Same with Catrina. All right, so leaderboard check-in. Sarah Hokum is 4 under through 10 holes. Ellen's dropped down to 3 under through 9 holes after that bogey on 8, but she's still making a charge, and you can tell she's feeling it. So check out the back 9 action. Make sure you guys subscribe so you know when it goes up, and join us for some action.